Welcome to Round 5 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of January 21st. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Catherine Haleko.
Hi.
Today we're taking a break from talking and complaining and obsessing, and instead we are going to shout out some things other people are doing that we think you'll find useful or enjoyable as we do. We call this our Roundabout Roundup. So, Catherine, what do you have for us this week?
Well, I think we talked about screen time, and we also talked about tracking our children, right? So
that's how we roll.
The app that I use is Life 360, and it's handy, because it's also like one day this week, my husband got up before I did, which is unusual, and he left. He was out the door right when I was getting up. And I just thought that he had an early meeting or something. And then I looked at Life 360 and he was halfway to Chicago because he did have a meeting. It was in Chicago. So
oh my.
I was like, oh, I see. That's what's happening. So in other words, I use it on my husband as well as my children.
Yeah.
But then we had another thing just happen where he came inside and he said, call my phone because I can't find it. And, we called it, nothing happened. And then he said, oh, it's probably in the car. And then I looked at Life 360. I'm like, no, it's at your office. So, then he had to go back and look for it. And so it's handy. And we got it initially when my husband and I went out of town and the kids were at home, and I wanted to be able to, make sure they were where they were supposed to be at all times. And my daughter was she was kind of rolling her eyes a little bit about having to get the app. And I'm like, listen, do it. You have to. And she's like, I know, just people at school always talk about this app and how their parents are always on them. So anyway, it is.
Now, is this something that you have to pay for, or is it just everybody in the family just has to have it?
Yeah, everybody just has to have it. There's upgrade, there's versions and features that you can pay for, but I don't. I just have the free one, and we all have the free one, and it just tells you where they are. It does give you a little bit the last time that they drove, what route did they take and how fast did they go? So I think...
Oh, no, it would be really useful if it said, and they forgot this item, or did you really let them out wearing that, or...
I think if you pay more...
With a friend you don't like.
If you pay more, you get even more detail on the driving, so maybe it comes with some of
outright spying.
Those features. So yeah, Life 360, pretty handy.
Okay. I use Find My Friends on the iPhone. Yeah. And also the message app on the iPhone for my spying needs. But maybe I should check that out for a more thorough report. Tracking.
Cross-reference.
That's right. That's right. Well, this one says.
Just, for better, all the better to obsess.
Yeah, agree. Well, and I wanted to shout out... I've been loving, Catherine, you recommended this ages ago. It was Tragic Denim.
Instagram, yes.
On Instagram. And so I was just kind of looking for something else to amuse myself when I wanted a mental break. And I found this one. Okay, it's a little R-rated. Some of their captions are a little R-rated, so this really isn't for kids.
Yeah.
But it's called Old School Dads.
Yeah.
And there's also a sister site called Old School Mums. And let me tell you, it is freaking hilarious. If you are our age, you'll appreciate some of the photos that are some of the dads with their mullets and their, bikini. You may not want to see that, but they're bikini swimmers. Their Speedos. It's so funny because I feel like my dad should be on there, not because of his Speedos, but I could just.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, it's just so funny. Anyway, I get a good chuckle every time.
I did just post a week or two ago an old school picture of my dad on my Instagram where he was wearing a scarf tied around his neck and sunglasses and like his mustache waxed. He looked very hipster.
Yeah, no, seriously, you'll laugh. You'll chuckle when you see.
All right.
And
old school dads.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Old school dads and old school moms.
Time. Okay.
For an extra laugh. What about you, Terry?
We talked yesterday about skincare and my trying to recommend things for my daughter for skincare and my opinion not being appreciated. But we had a little bit of a flip of that this week. I have had some sort of mouth scourge involving like chapped lips and cold sores, and you get rid of one and another one crops up, and your whole lips just feel disgusting. And chapstick only seemed to make it worse. I had a little tube of Blistex, but then I lost it, and I was like, told my husband to get me another Blistex thing, and he couldn't find it at the store. And my daughter came in and said, I heard you talking about lip products. I got this at the store. It worked really well for me. Maybe you want to try it. And it was like the store brand medicated lip balm. Care One is the name. I think it's available in like 4 supermarket chains, including Stop and Shop if you live somewhere where there's Stop and Shop. And so I thought, well, we can't find the Blistex. What the heck? So we got this Care One lip balm, and you know what? It took care of the problem. It worked really well. And it was extremely cheap. So
I love it.
It's a shout out to store brand healthcare and beauty products.
Great. Yeah.
You think about it and you feel a little snotty, I get the brand name. But no, you know what? Care One did the trick. It solved my problem after about a week of trying everything I could find in my drawers. So shout out to Care One. Thank you very much. I can, smile again.
Good. We're glad.
It's very nice.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, that's it for another week of Parenting Roundabout. If you missed any of our earlier episodes this week, look them up on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to hear what we have to say about screen time, instant adulthood, skincare, and what we're watching on TV. You also can find all of our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. Have a great weekend and see you back here on Monday.